In case anyone was wondering, if you have a short bed truck, can you carry two? And welcome back, Firewood addicts, to another episode of Travis Does Firewood. Today, we're gonna get some IBC totes. That's right, plural. Let's do it. I love firewood. All right, so it is the beginning of March, and we had this freak snow flurry, and I am crawling, going 24 miles an hour on a 55-mile stretch of route. So I don't know, this winter, as most of you can attest, this winter has been crazy. It's been odd, very different, mild, to say the least. I hope that those of you who burn firewood did not burn through as much, or you burned through like your softer woods and kept your harder woods for next season, or maybe to sell. Anyway, I am on the road right now, and I'll be safe, I promise. But we are en route to go pick up some IBC totes. A buddy of mine that I met through one of the Firewood Facebook groups, we've been chatting, and he is a mechanic, and his shop gets bladders of different oils, etc. And he had two empty IBC totes available. The bladders had a bunch of oil and gunk in them. So, and he knew what I wanted to use the bladders for, even though I do want bladders, even more so than actual totes. But they were kind of gunky and oily, and I don't want that leaking on the wood, and he had a good point. So he was able to dispose of those bladders prior. So now I have access to two IBC tote cages, and I believe they're the larger size. So, do I need ICB tote cages? The answer is no, I really don't. But I can find a use for them. I have an idea of volume and wood stack soon in a future episode of some of the wood that I got recently, that fir that you saw, or you should have seen in a previous episode. And we're gonna do a little demo on that. But I want to find a use for them. Right now in my area, in an empty ICB tote, just the cage, either large or small, doesn't matter, is gonna run you $125. I've seen them as low as 50, maybe 75. A lot of my ICB totes I was able to get free, because of the hassle on the person giving them away, and it's always nice to have them around, and free is free. But I am an hour away from where I'm going to be picking them up, which means about a 2-hour round trip. Now in terms of time and gas, even if I do sell them, I think I'm still money well spent. So that in time, and a good excuse to see my friend. So trying to leave as soon as possible. The weather is not cooperative, but you may be saying to yourself, well, Travis, you don't have a trailer behind you. You have your Tacoma, that's a short bed. How are you gonna haul two? Well, I have an idea, and I think it's gonna work. I believe I've done it before. I actually sold 2 cages with the bladders to a person before, and I hauled them with my truck. So I'll be using, you saw the 2x4s strapped down the back there. I plan on using those because the bed of my truck is about 5 feet long and about 55 inches wide. So I can fit them I can take the longer end of the tote and have them face a driver to passenger width, and then I'll put one in, strap it down, and then before I do that though, I'm gonna put the 2x4s on the bed floor, strap the 2x4s down to the floor, and then so I have an extension off the end of my tailgate, and then put the second IBC tote that'll be partially off the bed, partially off of the tailgate, but still being held up by the 2x4s, and hopefully the weight of the first tote will allow it so there's no gonna pressure to make the second tote fall off. Obviously I have a butt ton of ratchet straps, and I'll be ratchet strapping them down, so I'm definitely not concerned. We should be good, and I am confident that this is gonna work. So this episode here, it is a demonstration that is, if all you have is a smaller truck, that you can haul 2 IBC totes. So this is the experiment. Like I said, I believe I've done this before, but I'm gonna show you here on the channel in case anyone was wondering, if you have a short bed truck, can you carry 2 totes? And today we're gonna work some magic. We're gonna get it done safely and securely. I'm gonna haul, and yep, let's do it. All right, so we are home. Got the ICB totes loaded, strapped on, secured, and so that's that. I mean, so proven we can fit 2 in the truck now. So in terms of how we did it with the feng shui, Tetris, whatever, these are the larger size totes. So the longer, like I mentioned before, the longer end of the totes is facing driver to passenger, and because it's in the wheel well, this one kind of sits cockeyed down. I could build a platform that would sit on top of the wheel wells, but it is what it is. And then this one, we have the 2x4s below going all the way down under both totes, and then these 2x4s are strapped. There's one strap right there, that's securing the 2x4s to the bed of the truck, and then this is secured to this one. This is secure down below, and then they're all secured to each other and to the truck. So it did not move while I was traveling. They're in here, so they're home. Now, what am I gonna do with these? Let's find out. Imagine all the people. Well, there they are, 2 freshly cleaned, prepped, large size ICB totes. So this brings me to a grand total of, there's 3 here, and there's 2 behind me, including one that's steel. So all these are aluminum besides one. And so that's 5 plus 2, that's 7 total. I have sold them in the past with bladders in them. I think it's nice having them around. I'm not gonna cut like an opening on these ones. I'm gonna leave, I only have one that's cut, and it's this one here that I use for my deliveries when I do sell bulk wood. I do have plans for at least these 2 that will be stationary won't be used for anything besides what I have an idea with. So I have an idea that you'll see in the next episode, so stay tuned for that. It's in terms of, it's going to be an experiment of measuring. So the friend of mine who I got these from says that he'll have these from time to time, and if I want them, I can have them. It is a 2-hour minimum round trip to get them, but like I told him, I may have said it before in the channel, these can go for as much as like 1.25 to 175 with the bladders, empty, no bladder, like 120, all the way down to maybe like 75. These are in high demand for whatever reason. So to get them for free, yes, I could take off all the signage, clean them up, and sell them, make $1. So even when I did that, let's say I put them both up on Craigslist or whatever for $125, make $250 within, I don't know, maybe a month, and that would pay for my time and my gas for sure. But it is nice having some of these around in the wood yard to to store, to stack. I don't have a skid steer, I don't have a tractor in the yard, so I can't stack them inside with wood and then move them or dump them in trailer. I know the ICB totes are a big thing now in the Firewood community, and they have been for several years as a way to store, a way to move, deliver, season, all that. And now people are figuring out how to put the totes onto forks and to turn them upside down or spin them around to be able to dump in a truck or a trailer to deliver. So they do have a purpose, and they serve a purpose. And so if you can get them, hang on to them. But I want to know, let me know down in the comments what these go for in your area. I know that there are certain places or industries or whatever businesses that you can get them for free or super cheap. They just want to offload them as soon as possible because they take up so much space, and they get them in, they use them real quickly, and it's hard to get them out. So I know there's areas that you can get them for free, but I want to know in your area, do you use them, and if you can get them, what do they go for? I'm curious. So that's it for today, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, stay safe, keep cutting. Cheers.